Hello, how are you? My name is Ruth and you are very welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be an empties video. Some of the stuff you probably, if you've seen my project pan videos, you'll have come across already. Some of them you may not. Don't have as much as I had last month, but I still have quite a nice bit, so I'm happy with my progress at the moment with my collection. So the first item I have is the Ultrapure Laboratories Almond Oil. So this was in a project pan and it is now all gone. I used it up on my body, I used it in the bath, I used it to make homemade reed diffusers. So you mix in a portion of this, some rubbing alcohol and whatever kind of fragrance you want, aromatherapy drop kind of things. So yeah, so it got used up in a multitude of ways. It's quite inexpensive. It is something that I will get again next winter time. Don't know that I need it now coming into the summer months, but yeah, in the winter time I think I would go for it again. So that is all done. Next up is the Be Pure Micellar water. So this is, again, it was in a project pan, my skincare project pan, and it is the Superdrug own brand. Again, quite inexpensive, a lot of product, 400 ml, so it's a good size. And if you like micellar water, it's a very good one and it's cruelty free. I've gone off micellar water myself. I prefer to double cleanse with a cleansing balm and then a cream cleanser. But if this is your jam, if you like a micellar water, then this is a very good one and a very affordable one. So that one is all gone. The Better You Magnesium Sleep Mineral Lotion. I'm actually really missing this. This is something I think I'm going to have to repurchase. I would get quite restless legs at night, and I was advised by a nurse who I always think have much better information for you than doctors most of the time. But she had told me to give this a go because she said magnesium works better topically than taking it orally, which I hadn't realised. And yeah, so I just rubbed this into my calves in the evening time, give my calves a good massage and use this, and it has a nice, I'm not usually a fan of lavender, but it was a very pleasant lavender scent. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I think I'm going to need to repurchase it because my legs have been quite bad lately, and it's been quite hard getting to sleep. So I think I'm going to have to get myself another bottle of that. I have another deodorant finished up. Again, it's the Dove Go Fresh Moisturizing Cream Pear and Aloe scent. And I love this smell. The smell is just my favorite of all the scents of any deodorant brand. It just brings me to France because that's where I first started using it. And it's a lovely fresh, like it says, Go Fresh. It is a very fresh scent. I don't know, I don't have another one of those. I am moving on to Superdrug ones, which are cruelty free, so we'll see how we go with that. Next up is the Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber and green tea. So I had purchased this because I'd heard so many people just raving about Badescu sprays. Now, to be fair, it probably was 4 or 5 years ago on YouTube when they were all the rage. But I'd always been curious, and they were Beauty Bay had 20% off or something like that. So I picked up this. I think it might have been a Christmas set with this and the lip balm. Yeah, I think that was it. But the ingredients are pretty standard. There's nothing really much in it. There is fragrance in it though, which is a bit disappointing. I'm not keen on products having fragrances in them. But it was nice enough. I liked the scent of it. Yeah, it was a nice fresh scent. I like kind of cucumber and aloe, green tea, those kind of scents. I like that kind of freshness. But I don't know if I'd repurchase. I love my Pixie Milky Mist, and I'm always on the hunt for a more affordable option, but I don't think that is it, I'll be honest with you. Also from the Superdrug own brand range is this Stubborn Makeup Remover. Quick and easy removal of long wearing and waterproof makeup. I don't know if I really agree with that because I would use an awful lot of waterproof mascara and eyeliner because they're very watery eyes, and I still had some mascara on even after using this. So normally what I do, it was one of those, you know, dual phase ones, you shake it up, I put it onto a pad, I'd let it sit on top of my eye for a few minutes, not a few minutes, that's a lie, about a minute, and then kind of, you know, work it off. And even at that, I mean, that should be sufficient, I feel, to remove all your eye makeup. But yeah, if you're just into regular mascara, if you don't bother with waterproof stuff, then I think it would be perfectly fine. But just with more stubborn makeup, I didn't find that it removed it as effectively as it claims. Next up was the Ren Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. Didn't like it. It was in a project pan. I found it very sensitizing on my face. I tried the vitamin C day cream, loved it, thought that was gorgeous, and I have the glycolic toner to try yet. Haven't tried it yet. But this particular one, I wouldn't be a repurchase for me. Again, I haven't found anything yet as good as the ordinary AHA BHA peel, you know, the red one. I find that to be, for me, for my skin, just my skin seems to love it, so I'll need to pick that up again when the shops open up. But yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of that now. I found it too much for my delicate little visage. I have 3 of the Snail Essence mask sheets. So if you've seen any of my empties before, these are in it every time because I got a gift of a box. I think it was 10 of them. Very nice, very hydrating. As we discussed in my last empties, yes, cellulose does break down. It doesn't have plastic in it, which is fantastic. So yeah, I enjoy these. I seem to like Snail Essence kind of products, which freaks me out a little bit, but you know, the skin wants what the skin wants. Yeah, my skin always feels very hydrated afterwards. Now that hydration only lasts a day maybe, you know, I don't expect more from these, but these just force me to slow down. I usually do it once a week. I'll kind of come home from work, I'll pick one night in the week that is like, I'm going upstairs early, I'm going to do all my routine and, you know, just take my time doing everything and watch a few YouTube videos. And yeah, I have to sit down when I have these on because you can't really be walking around with them because they go everywhere. But yeah, I have another 3 used up, so that's lovely. I'm going to miss this one now. This is the e.l.f. I had to cut it open 1 second now. The Super Clarify, a cleanser with clarifying niacinamide. So there was niacinamide on it, or in it, should I say. And there we go. Yeah, I purchased this when the masks started coming in heavily here in Ireland because I was getting a little bit of mask acne, just, you know, a little bit around the jaw area, very slight now. I wouldn't say it was very heavy or anything like that, but I felt like I needed something a bit more, just a bit more, and this did the trick beautifully. I really felt like it did exactly what it says. It did clarify. I've used niacinamide, like one from The Ordinary before, and I didn't notice that it did much for me. But then again, I didn't have breakouts of stuff really, apart from the odd hormonal alone even. So I suppose it wasn't really for me. I'm trying to be better with that, not buying product just because everyone loves it. If they're not for my skin, why am I buying it? You know, it's just silliness. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase it. It is cruelty free. My skin seemed to enjoy it. Just a win-win. Of course, it's e.l.f., so it's affordable. And the packaging was cute. You know, the orange is really bright and kind of cheerful. I liked that. Next up, we have the Inculist Hyaluronic Acid. This is it here. And 30 ml. So it's actually the same as, sorry, no, I'm just reaching in to get one from The Ordinary. This isn't hyaluronic now, it's the buffet. So this is the buffet, and it's 30 ml as well. So there is, I notice, kind of quite a discrepancy. I don't know. The Inculist is a tidier packaging, but it's plastic, so that kind of bothers me a little bit because I'd rather have the more recyclable glass packaging that the Inculist have. But I preferred this hyaluronic acid to the ordinary one, sorry. So yeah, if you're looking for just a box standard hyaluronic acid, this is a lovely one, affordable obviously. And yeah, typically I'd spritz my face and then I'd put this on and then I'd spritz again and continue on with the rest of my skincare. But yeah, it's a nice one and it lasts well. Also in my last update, I think it was my skincare project pan, was the alpha lipoic acid 5%. Used this up on my arms, kind of like as a treatment for KP, and it worked fantastic for it. Absolutely fantastic for it. My arms have never been smoother, I have to say. So whatever is in this, I must really look it up online, because I don't think you can get this particular product anymore, or maybe they reformulated I'm so sorry. It's been a long day at work. I'm tired. My sincere apologies. I think they were reformulating it, or else it just has left their line altogether. I'm not really sure. But definitely, if I have other products similar that aren't suiting my face, because this was too sensitive on or made my face too sensitive, too sensitizing on my face, is what I was trying to say. So yeah, I just need to remember to use them on my arms, because yeah, that worked an absolute treat. This was in my, I want to say, Partners in Cream project pan. This is the Max Factor Miracle Sculpting Wand Contour in light medium. Wasn't a fan of this, really wasn't a fan of it. It had one of those skanky sponges on the top, which I ripped off, and it just, I tried it under my makeup, I tried it over my makeup. I used a brush, used a sponge, you know what I mean, used all different types of ways. It just seemed to really blend away to nothing, or else it looked really muddy. There was no kind of happy medium with it. So it's just not something that I would repurchase, even if it was cruelty free, and it's not something I'd really recommend, if I'm being honest. There's better out there. Next was the Ole Henriksen Transform Invigorating Night Transformation Gel. Wasn't a fan, didn't think much of it. So glad I got a small size of it, because I would have been so sad if I had paid a fortune. Like, the Ole Henriksen products are not cheap. Completely empty. They're not cheap, but I don't know what this is even supposed to do for you. Like, invigorate and transform. No, can't say that I noticed anything along those lines with this. And like, I know it seems like a very small pot, but you only needed a small bit, and it was filled, to be fair to them, it was filled to the brim. So like, it lasted me, I only used it maybe twice a week, because they said not to use it every night, and so it lasted me like two months. Yeah, about 2 months. So, you know, you should have seen some sort of results, I would have thought, in that time frame, but I didn't. And last, oh, we're down to the last item already. Yeah, so I had very little makeup this month. I had the contour wand, and I had this. Now, to be fair, it's a lipstick, which is a massive, for me, it is massive, because I don't think I've ever panned a lipstick in my life. Not exaggerating. Really haven't. So this was the Marc Jacobs lipstick in Role Play, part of the New Nudes collection. This was a beautiful shade. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I used it as both a lipstick and as a blush, and it was gorgeous as both. Really, really loved the colour, loved the consistency. It was like, it was creamy but without being messy, if that makes sense. So it didn't kind of shift all over the place on the face. But yet it wasn't drying either, so it was just throwing it on the ground. It was lovely. I would highly recommend, and I will look out for this colour, I think, if I'm ever lucky enough to be someplace where they sell Marc Jacobs products. Role Play, I might even keep that, because keep the sticker, because no doubt I'll go through and I'm like, what was that colour again? Because I will not remember. I won't remember tomorrow what the colour was. But yeah, that is it. So a smaller Empties, but still progress is being made consistently, which is fantastic. I'm so happy with that. So I can go now and do my recycling and get rid of all these bits. But yeah, how are you getting on? Are you making progress with your products? Better, worse than you anticipated for this time of year? I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm happy with the amount of progress that I'm making. Still have a long way to go. Let's be real here, have a long way to go, but I'm getting there. But yeah, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.